Sorry that happened. I'll just wait for people to come in. Just stop working. So hopefully it will work better now. Oh my God. Hello. Hi, Mark. Yes, I'm back. Trev, hi. Hey, Will, hello again. Hi, Treetop Flyer. Hey, Wyatt. Okay. Thanks, Pablo. Hi, Michael. Okay, so yeah, I saw a couple of requests. So I'm going to do Flickr, and then I'll do my quiet. Let me tell you a simple story of when I walked a dark path, and I wandered through my mind, searching for my sins. Thanks, David. When I told him what I'd found there, he began to cry. I asked the preacher many questions, but never asked why. Then I saw a flicker that turned into a flame. I felt its warmth and knew its power, and it would not be tamed. I had finally found a reason for my stories and my name, and I entered into a season with one who felt the same. Hey, Caitlin, how are you? Thank you, Mark. As I lay down in my youth, demons came to call. Mother told me banish them, and angels come my fall. My friends would send me to the gallows and look on at my shame. He would gladly clear my name, and for me he would reign. And then I saw a flicker that turned into a flame. I felt its warmth and knew its power, and it could not be tamed. I had finally found a reason for my stories and my name, and I entered into a season with one who felt the same, felt the same. Thank you, Pablo and Will. When you speak those words to me, it sounds like the thunder of a billion whispering ears, and I won't go back. Oh no. Then I saw a flicker that turned into a flame. I felt its warmth and knew its power, and it could not be tamed. I finally found a reason for my stories and my name, and I entered into a season with one who felt the same. Let me tell you a simple story, how I found my name. All right. So that's another song that's going to be on the new album. And if you want to hear those recordings, you can join my Patreon, patreon.com/ChrisAngelis. For only $5 a month, you get to hear all the stuff that I make and see all the stuff that I make as soon as I make it, well before the public, behind the scenes, and all kinds of fun stuff. And if you join at higher levels, you get other rewards. And,
You get to support an independent artist. Thank you for those awards. Yay, we're at 83% of the $100 goal. Sorry. Did I change any arrangement? I mean, I am playing just the guitar, singing live. So yes, the album recording will sound different. It has more instruments and stuff. And yeah. Did I miss? I think I did miss your request. I'm sorry there's a delay, but I saw that someone else had requested My Quiet. Who likes fun stuff? Not me. I'm just kidding. I love fun. Yeah. The album does sound different from when I just live stream because it has more instrumentation. There's more people playing. I should have put Haps Challenge. Does it not count unless I have hashtag Haps Challenge in the stream? Thanks for posting that, David. Also, if you are watching on other, if you want to come join on Haps, you can subscribe to me on here, and you can give awards. Or we're at 83. We only need $17 more to get to today's to the goal, the next goal. And if you are watching on anywhere else, you can also support if you so choose. If you are enjoying the show, you can support and give tips by going to paypal.me/ChrisAngelis or @ChrisAngelis on Venmo. Or you can join my Patreon. Lots of things you can do. You can join, or you can buy my merch on my website, chrisangelis.com. And don't forget to join my mailing list on my website. You should do that. You get 5 free songs when you just join my mailing list. And I'm working on making that a more fun list to be on. First, by giving you 5 free songs for joining. So chrisangelis.com, just join the mailing list. All right. Is Alex on the album? No, she's not. Not this one. What was your, oh, great. Okay. So then I did see your request. I just didn't realize it was you. Great. Perfect. So this is a song called My Quiet. You're my quiet, crowded room. Storm is rolling off my shoes. Minor chord and hopeful tune. The dust that settles a sweet perfume. I'm just trying to get back to you. You're my flower on the interstate. Easy shot that ricocheted. I'll walk away, but I'll walk slow. If I'm honest, I know where to go. I'm just trying. Yes, the vinyl is still available. I'm just trying to get back to you. You're the hurricane, blindfold shot, You're my quiet, crowded room. Toes just aren't the same. What? Minor chord and old. I'm just trying. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to get back to you. Hey, Johnny Evans. Oh, thank you for that super hard award. I know they're not the same, but they are. There's other awards you can give too. I think it's raining. Hi, Carlos. All right. All right. I'm sorry if I missed anyone else's requests, but yes, the vinyl of That Siren Hope is still available. Let me go look. Let me grab it for you. I'll show you. It looks like this, and it looks like this. The pretty green ocean, sea water, sea glass bottle, whatever color. And you can get that on my website too, chrisangelis.com/store. Can you guys hear that car siren? Car alarm? Oh my goodness. Look, we're 84% to the HAPS goal. What? Rare gem. Johnny Heavens, thank you so much. Now we're at 94% of the HAPS goal. Thank you so much. Let me see. Can anyone check? I don't know if you can actually. How much I got on the last stream? I think it was like $10 or something. Also, if you want to tip, if you're watching it anywhere else and you want to tip, you can give at paypal.me/chrisangelis and at chrisangelis on Venmo, and I should get notified, and then I'll be able to see if we got to today's goal, and then I can maybe do a little dance while Harry Potter reading. New notification. Oh, thank you. I got a sponsor. Just want to see if I can get my notifications. What the heck? Will just already sent $50 to my PayPal. So, well, we reached that goal. Yay. Thank you so much. I got to do my little celebration, super heart, super awards, rare gem. Wow. Award dance. We got to our tip goal for today. Now, don't let that stop you if you want to give more, because it all goes to me making more music and promoting my music. You know, it's a non-profit organization over here bringing you music. And so I really, really appreciate your support that allows me to keep recording and putting music out. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I can't really do the full dance as I used to with this setup, because I would have to. Yeah, I'll work it out. Figure it out. Gonzalo, super haps. Who's super haps dance? David's so clever. You're so clever. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Thank you, David, for that wow award. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do a little more singing. A few more songs. Then we can do a little Harry Potter reading. And then I have to eat dinner because I am freaking hungry. I've had one of those days where I was like, I'm gonna get all this stuff done on my list before I eat, you know, like before lunch and then before dinner, and everything, things kept popping up, and I'm really behind, and so I didn't eat today until 2, and now I'm hungry again. So, all right. Oh my gosh, thank you, Johnny. Made me feel I couldn't help but smile. Yeah, you really got me so fast, syncopated, so syncopated, like that, oh, just like that, you dissipated. Let me try to understand what's going on inside your head. Nothing can save us, can save us. I don't know if you got burned. Listen, honey, I'm not hurt. Heartbreak is contagious, contagious. Talk it out, figure it out a word somehow. Can't turn the pages, the pages. Keep on going round and round. How long do we figure out? Heartbreak is contagious, contagious. I swear there was a time when you belonged to me. I'm a two-way heart on a one-way street. Yeah, you really got me so fast, so fast. Syncopated, so syncopated, like that, oh, just like that, it dissipated. Let me try to understand what's going on inside your head. Nothing can save us, can save us. I don't know if you got burned. Listen, honey, I'm not hurt. Heartbreak is contagious, contagious. Tell me you talk it out, or that word somehow. Can't turn the pages, the pages. Keep on going round and round. How long do we figure out? Heartbreak is contagious, contagious. Ooh, ooh, na 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 na. And if we try to go back, we couldn't change it, couldn't change it. I know that. Hey, Junkanoo. Hey, now we try to understand what's going on inside your head. Nothing can save us, can save us. I don't know if you got burned. Listen, honey, I'm not hurt. Heartbreak is contagious, contagious. Tell me you talk it out, even in a word somehow. Can't turn the pages, the pages. Keep on going round and round. How long do we figure out? Heartbreak is contagious, contagious. Ooh, ooh. All right, I can play 2 more songs, and then I'm gonna do a little Harry Potter reading, and then I have to go. I wanted to be done by 7:30, but because we lost some time when the broadcast went out, I want to give you guys a couple more songs. So, find my pick. Where's my pick? This is my ever-lasting problem. Losing picks all the time. But I do have a giant box full of picks that someone amazing gave to me. I haven't seen him in a while. Thanks, Frank. Please follow me and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Haps if you haven't yet. Follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Spotify. Please follow me on Spotify. If you can do me a big favor, leading up to my single release, excuse me, and my album release, I'm trying to get my Spotify numbers up. So if you don't follow me, please do. If you want to just like make a playlist with all my songs on it and play it on repeat, that'd be cool. Because it helps with the algorithm. Share my songs, add them to playlists. All of that good stuff is free. It's really easy to do, and it makes a huge difference for, getting the attention of radio and playlisters with my new songs. So, wow. So is the video like way off of the sound? Or the comments way ahead of the video? Anyway, it's weird. Okay. I hope I never fall in love again. It just hurts too much and always ends. I don't believe in what that Shakespeare meant. I hope I never fall in love again. I think we both know what is really true. I couldn't even if I wanted to. Oh, because I'm still in love with you. Oh, because I'm still in love with you. I hope I never fall in love again. You know it's you and it has always been. Feels like my heart will never, never mend. I hope I never fall in love again. I'm trying hard, but I just can't pretend. I never wanna fall in love again. Maybe I will, but I just don't know when. And that's terrifying, you know it. And what I really need is something real. A shroud to cover you so I can risk it, give everything. Then I'll rush in just like a fool. I hope I never fall in love again. You know it's you and it has always been. Feels like my heart will never, never mend. I hope I never fall in love again. Now I'm living in a fantasy. And you'll come find me on that balcony. We'll run away and leave it all behind. I'm running out of time. Oh, I'm running out of time. Gotta let go. Stop living in your shadow. I'm trying hard, but I just can't pretend. Never wanna fall in love again. I wanna risk it and not give a damn. Then I'll rush in just like a fool I am. Yeah, I saw all of your comments about that, like when I was already singing the chorus of that song, about how it was in sync or not. So I think the comments are way behind. Okay. Yes, got to that $100 goal, and now we're 21% to the next goal. So, said I was going to sing 2 more songs. So, what should my last song be? Something's going on with my throat. Thank you, Will. Thank you for that Nailed It award. Hey, Chris, thanks for subscribing. about this one? Persephone went down to her lover. The night we met, a sudden change in the weather, shimmering silhouette. I took off my dress, stood in your door, told you my sad stories. You told me oh, give me months worth of kisses, just a few days. I couldn't leave, you wanted me to stay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna see you like a sunset, this wonderful moment, so beautiful. Then it's gone, and I don't blame myself. If you have to be a memory, you might as well be a good one that I don't regret. I watched it burning behind your eyes, 100-year storm or 100-year night. You're a good week, didn't get much sleep. First from heartache, then from heartbeats. We walked in the snow, you felt like Orpheus. Couldn't bring her back, now you can't trust. We feel sad when the sun gets low. Keep looking back, turn to stone. Ooh, ooh. Sorry. I wanna see you like a sunset, a wonderful moment, so beautiful. Then it's gone, and I don't blame myself. If you have to be a memory, you might as well be a good one that I don't regret. You're a sunset, a wonderful moment, so beautiful. And it's gone, and I don't blame myself. If you have to be a memory, you might as well be a good one that I don't regret. There's a sunrise on the other side of the things we never will forget. Oh, all right. I'm sorry if I miss any of your comments. But let me go grab the book. All right. If you are new, I'm Chris Angeles. I'm an independent singer-songwriter. Thank you so much, Will, for that Super Heart Award. Thank you for that Got Talent Award, David. Thank you, Trev, for that Chris applause. Since we got to our tip goal for today, I do a little bedtime story reading treat, and we are reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. We're on chapter 16, page 334. The morning of the Hogsmeade visit dawned bright but windy. After breakfast, they queued up in front of Filch, who matched their names to the long list of students who had permission from their parents or guardian to visit the village. With a slight pang, Harry remembered that if it hadn't been for Sirius, he wouldn't have been going at all. When Harry reached Filch, the caretaker gave a great sniff, as though trying to detect a whiff of something from Harry. Then he gave a curt nod that set his jowls a-quiver again, and Harry walked out onto the stone steps and the cold sunlit day. been years. You can't download Haps? No. Yeah, well, I'm gonna multicast to Periscope as long as I can, but it's going away. Why was Filch sniffing you? Asked Ron as he, Harry, and Hermione set off at a brisk pace down the wide drive to the gates. I suppose he was checking for the smell of dung bombs, said Harry with a small laugh. I forgot to tell you. And he recounted the story of sending his letter to Sirius and Filch bursting in seconds later, demanding to see the letter. To his slight surprise, Hermione found the story highly interesting, much more indeed than he did himself. He said he was tipped off you were ordering dung bombs? But who had tipped him off? I don't know, said Harry, shrugging. What is going on? Shrugging. Maybe Malfoy. He'd think it was a laugh. They walked between the tall stone pillars topped with winged boars and turned off onto the road into the village, the wind whipping their hair into their eyes. Malfoy? Said Hermione, very skeptically. Well, yes, maybe. And she remained deep in thought all the way out into the outskirts of Hogsmeade. Where are we going anyway? Harry asked. The three broomsticks? No, said Hermione, coming out of her reverie. No, it's always packed and really noisy. I've told the others to meet us in the Hogshead, that other pub, you know the one. It's not on the main road. I think it's a bit, dodgy. But students don't normally go in there, so I don't think we'll be overheard. They walked down the main street past Zonko's joke shop, where they were unsurprised to see Fred George and Lee Jordan pass the post office. From which owls issued at regular intervals, and turned up a side street, at the top of which stood a small inn. A battered wooden sign hung from a rusty bracket over the door, with a picture upon it of a wild boar's severed head leaking blood onto the white cloth around it. The sign creaked in the wind as they approached. All three of them hesitated outside the door. Well, come on, said Hermione slightly nervously. Harry led the way inside. It was not at all like the Three Broomsticks, whose large bar gave an impression of gleaming warmth and cleanliness. The Hogshead bar comprised one small, dingy, and very dirty room that smelled strongly of something that might have been goats. The bay windows were so encrusted with grime that very little daylight could permeate the room, which was lit instead with the stubs of candles sitting on rough wooden tables. The floor seemed at first glance to be earthy, though as Harry stepped onto it, he realized that there was stone beneath what seemed to be the accumulated filth of centuries. Harry remembered Hagrid mentioning this pub in his first year. You get a lot of funny folk in the Hogshead, he had said, explaining how he had won a dragon's egg from a hooded stranger there. At the time, Harry had wondered why Hagrid had not found it odd that the stranger kept his face hidden throughout their encounter. Now he saw that keeping your face hidden was something of a fashion in the Hogshead. There was a man in the bar whose whole head was wrapped in dirty gray bandages, though he was still managing to gulp endless glasses of some smoking, fiery substance through a slit over his mouth. Two figures shrouded in hoods sat at a table in one of the windows. Harry might have thought them dementors if they had not been talking in strong Yorkshire accents. In a shadowy corner beside the fireplace sat a witch with a thick black veil that fell to her toes. They could just see the tip of her nose because it caused the veil to protrude slightly. I don't know about this, Harry muttered as they crossed to the bar. He was looking particularly at the heavily veiled witch. Has it occurred to you that Umbridge might be under that? Hermione cast an appraising eye at the veiled figure. Umbridge is shorter than that woman, so she said quietly. And anyway, even if Umbridge does come in here, there's nothing she can do to stop us, Harry, because I've double and triple checked the school rules. We're not out of bounds. I specifically asked Professor Flitwick whether students were allowed to come in the Hogshead, and he said yes, but he advised me strongly to bring our own glasses. And I've looked everything up I can think of about study groups and homework groups, and they're definitely allowed. I just don't think it's a good idea if we parade what we're doing. No, said Harry dryly, especially as it's not exactly a homework group you're planning, is it? The barman sidled toward them out of a back room. He was a grumpy-looking old man with a great deal of long gray hair and beard. He was tall and thin and looked vaguely familiar to Harry. What? He grunted. 3 butterbeers, please, said Hermione. The man reached beneath the counter and pulled up 3 very dusty, very dirty bottles, which he slammed on the bar. 6 sickles, he said. I'll get them, said Harry quickly, passing over the silver. The barman's eyes traveled over Harry, resting for a fraction of a second on his scar. Then he turned away and deposited Harry's money in an ancient wooden till whose drawer slid open automatically to receive it. Harry, Ron, and Hermione retreated to the farthest table from the bar and sat down, looking around, while the man in the dirty gray bandages rapped the counter with his knuckles and received another smoking drink from the barman. You know what? Ron murmured. What is wrong with my... I'm like, Ron murmured. looking over at the bar with enthusiasm. We could order anything we like in here. I bet that bloke would sell us anything. He wouldn't care. I've always wanted to try fire whiskey. You are a prefect, snarled Hermione. Oh, said Ron, the smile fading from his face. Yeah. So who did you say is supposed to be meeting us? Harry asked, wrenching open the rusty top of his butterbeer and taking a swig. Just a couple of people, Hermione repeated, checking her watch and then looking anxiously toward the door. I told them to be here about now, and I'm sure they all know where it is. Oh, look, this might be them now. The door of the pub had opened. A thick band of dusty sunlight split the room in two for a moment, and then vanished. Blocked by the incoming rush of a crowd of people. First came Neville with Dean and Lavender, who were closely followed by Parvati and Padma Patil, with Harry's stomach did a backflip, Cho, and one of her usually giggling girlfriends. Then, on her own, and looking so dreamy that she might have walked in by accident, Luna Lovegood. Then Katie Bell, Alicia Spinnet, and Angelina Johnson, Colin and Dennis Creevy, Ernie Macmillan, Justin Finch Fletchley, Hannah Abbott, and a Hufflepuff girl with a long plait down her back, whose name Harry did not know. 3 Ravenclaw boys he was pretty sure were called Anthony Goldstein, Michael Corner, and Terry Boot. Ginny, closely followed by a tall, skinny blonde boy with an upturned nose, whom Harry recognized vaguely as being a member of the Hufflepuff Quidditch team, and bringing up the rear, Fred and George Weasley with their friend Lee Jordan, all 3 of whom were carrying large paper bags crammed with Zonko's merchandise. A couple of people? Said Harry hoarsely to Hermione. A couple of people? Yes, well, the idea seemed quite popular, said Hermione happily. Ron, do you want to pull up some more chairs? The barman had frozen in the act of wiping out a glass with a rag so filthy it looked as though it had never been washed. Possibly he had never seen his pub so full. Hi, said Fred, reaching the bar first and counting his companions quickly. Could we have 25 butterbeers, please? The barman glared at him for a moment, then, throwing down his rag irritably as though he had been interrupted in something very important, he started passing up dusty butterbeers from under the bar. Cheers, said Fred, handing them out. Cough up, everyone. I haven't got enough gold for all these. Harry watched numbly as the large, chattering group took their beers from Fred and rummaged in their robes to find coins. He could not imagine what all these people had turned up for until the horrible thought occurred to him that they might be expecting some kind of speech, at which he rounded on Hermione. What have you been telling people? He said in a low voice. What are they expecting? I told you they just want to hear what you've got to say, said Hermione soothingly. But Harry continued to look at her so furiously that she added quickly, You don't have to do anything yet. I'll speak to them first. You would love to read to me? Hi, Harry, said Neville, beaming and taking a seat opposite Harry. Harry tried to smile back, but did not speak. His mouth was exceptionally dry. Cho had just smiled at him and sat down on Ron's right. Her friend, who had curly, reddish-blonde hair, did not smile, but gave Harry a thoroughly mistrustful look that told Harry plainly that, given her way, she would not be here at all. In 2s and 3s, the new arrivals settled around Harry, Ron, and Hermione, some looking rather excited, others curious. Luna Lovegood gazed dreamily into space. When everybody had pulled up a chair, the chatter died down. Every eye was upon Harry. Said Hermione, her voice slightly higher than usual, out of nerves. Well, hi. The group focused its attention on her instead, though eyes continued to dart back regularly to Harry. Well, you know why you're here. Harry here had the idea. Harry had thrown her a sharp look. I had the idea that it might be good if people who wanted to study Defense Against the Dark Arts, and really study it, not the rubbish that Umbridge is doing with us. Hermione's voice became suddenly much stronger and more confident. Because nobody could call that Defense Against the Dark Arts. Hear, hear, said Anthony Goldstein, and Hermione looked heartened. Well, I thought it would be good if we, took matters into our own hands. She paused, looking sideways at Harry, and went on. And by that, I mean learning how to defend ourselves properly, not just theory, but the real spells. You want to pass your Defense Against the Dark Arts OWL too, though, I bet, said Michael Corner, who was watching her closely. Of course I do, said Hermione at once. But I want more than that. I want to be properly trained in defense because... She took a great breath and finished. Because Lord Voldemort's back. The reaction was immediate and predictable. Cho's friend shrieked, and slopped butterbeer down herself. Carrie-Boot gave a kind of involuntary twitch. Padma Patil shuddered, and Neville gave an odd yelp that he managed to turn into a cough. All of them, however, looked fixedly, even eagerly, at Harry. Well, that's the plan anyway, said Hermione. If you want to join us, we need to decide how we're going to... Where's the proof you know who's back? Said the blonde Hufflepuff player in a rather aggressive voice. Well, Dumbledore believes it, Hermione began. You mean Dumbledore believes him, said the blonde boy, nodding at Harry. Who are you? Said Ron rather rudely. Zacharias Smith, said the boy, and I think we've got the right to know exactly what makes him say you know who's back. Look, said Hermione, intervening swiftly, that's really not what this meeting was supposed to be about. It's okay, Hermione, said Harry. It had just dawned upon him why there were so many people there. He felt that Hermione should have seen this coming. Some of these people, maybe even most of them, had turned up in the hope of hearing Harry's story firsthand. What makes you say you know who's back? He repeated, looking Zacharias straight in the face. Oh, what makes me say you know who's back? He repeated, looking Zacharias straight in the face. I saw him. But Dumbledore told the whole school what happened last year, and if you don't believe him, you don't believe me, and I'm not wasting an afternoon trying to convince anyone. The whole group seemed to have held its breath while Harry spoke. Harry had the impression that even the barman was listening in. He was wiping the same glass with the filthy rag. It was becoming steadily dirtier. Zacharias said dismissively, All Dumbledore told us last year was that Cedric Diggory got killed by you-know-who, and that you brought Diggory's body back to Hogwarts. He didn't give us details. He didn't tell us exactly how Diggory got murdered. I think we'd all like to know. If you come to hear exactly what it looks like when Voldemort murders someone, I can't help you, Harry said. His temper, always so close to the surface these days, was rising again. He did not take his eyes from Zacharias Smith's aggressive face, determined not to look at Cho. I don't want to talk about Cedric Diggory, all right? So if that's what you're here for, you might as well clear out. He cast an angry look at Hermione's direction. This was, he felt, all her fault. She had decided to display him like some sort of freak, and of course they had all turned up to see just how wild his story was. But none of them left their seats, not even Zacharias Smith, though he continued to gaze intently at Harry. So, said Hermione, her voice very high-pitched again, so, like I was saying, if you want to learn some defense, then we need to work out how we're going to do it, how often we're going to meet, and where we're going to... It is true, interrupted the girl with the long plait down her back, looking at Harry. Is it true that you can produce a Patronus? There was a murmur of interest around the group at this. Yeah, said Harry slightly defensively. A corporeal Patronus? The phrase stirred something in Harry's memory. You don't know Madame Bones, do you? He asked. The girl smiled. She's my auntie, she said. I'm Susan Bones. She told me about your hearing. So is it really true? You make a stag Patronus? Yes, said Harry. Blimey, Harry, said Lee, looking deeply impressed. I never knew that. Mum told Ron not to spread it around, said Fred, grinning at Harry. She said you got enough attention as it was. She's not wrong, mumbled Harry. And a couple of people laughed. I think that's a good stopping place for now. I gotta go make myself some dinner. And I will be back tomorrow, I think. That's my plan anyway. So please do pre-save my new single, Meet You in Our Dreams. I know what my song is called. It's coming out February 5th, but you can pre-save it now at bit.ly/meetdreams. And you can... Thanks, Will. Thanks, Trev. And Trev, if you can do me a favor, and maybe you already sent it, but send me, what's the website that you use again to make the actual iTunes link? Can't remember what it was called, and it's so annoying that it goes to it does the Apple Music thing. But anyway, bit.ly/meetdreams. It's right here on the screen, up here, I guess. Yeah, and makes a huge difference, and I appreciate you. Have a wonderful night. What would my Patronus be? I don't know. Maybe a cat? I'm not sure. But that's Umbridge's Patronus. I don't know. A tardigrade. Okay. Smart URL. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that. Smart URL, iTunes link. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.